It's a level of intimacy and it's a level of subtlety that I know is difficult to achieve, and that made me nervous as a performer. So I definitely had my reservations and fears, and then I had a great conversation with Luca. And by the end of it, I sort of, with his help and understanding, I sort of came to the realization that I have to do this movie because it will challenge me and because it does make me nervous.
I met both separately, and I followed my intuitions. Both my meetings were fantastic, and I really, really, really mean it. I think when our conversation led us to make this movie together, because I hope you felt how much I really wanted to do this movie with you. And for me, I trusted both. And where there is intelligence and passion and generosity, there is also chemistry. And in fact, there was chemistry.
There were so many appealing things about it, specifically working with Luca, and also the rich, deep, beautiful inner lives of every character, honestly, both in the book and also in the script.
When you're working with Luca, you just feel like safe as all hell and in the best of hands. So, and nothing feels salacious or exploitative. The movie's not about that. The physical intimacy is in service to the story, in service to the love story. So
there was no distractions. There was no, well, now I got to go grocery shopping, or now I got to walk the. There was just like nothing distracting us from fully immersing ourselves in this world, and it really is what it felt like happened.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to have an experience as immersive as this one on this film, because we shot for about a month and a half, but I was out there a month early too, which was Luca's idea, and I just finished a play in New York, and he said like pretty much the day I finished to get out there, and it was super smart because the tone ingratiates itself in such a way that it's not conscious, but rather it just kind of becomes a part of you. And also something Luca said earlier that I really liked, and I haven't thought about, but all the producers on set, hair and makeup, everyone, they've worked on all his films, so it's really a family. You feel like you're stepping into an artistic machine or something. So, and it puts you at ease. It puts you at ease because you can watch I Am Love and see Tilda in that, or Bigger Splash, see Ray Fiennes in that, and you're like, okay, so it's going to be the same, somewhat within the same universe, you know.
Another thing that really helped was there was no hierarchical order of scenes. It wasn't like, okay, we're going to shoot these scenes really quickly because we have the big, nude scene later, or hey, guy, we have that sex scene in 3 days. 3 days, guys, everybody, we had that in 3 days. It was never discussed. It was never anything. It was just all part of one beautiful story. Every shot that we did, whether it was a shot of fruit on a tree or something more intimate between two people, it was all approached the exact same way.
I aim for a laid-back, relaxed environment, because I think that I'm not particularly interested in tension and conflict while we do the movies. It's more about being sure that we are really getting as deep as possible, more than finding exterior things to fight about. I also learned in time that when something is not right, I just say it's not right, and we move on instead of holding back.
We actually became really close friends and have maintained that friendship, which doesn't really happen on a lot of films you work on. You work with people and then it's like kind of like camp. You're like, all right, maybe I'll see you around, but this has been a totally different experience. So I'm glad that it ended up on screen.
But it was a great moment, and I have to say that because it's the power of cinema, where I wanted a specific expression from him that it was chiseled in my imagination. But I had it in my mind, and suddenly I remember I was thinking of a director that I dearly love, and that in a way this is a sort of homage toward, which is Bernardo Bertolucci. And I was thinking, Bernardo, and I remembered of Debra Winger in The Sheltering Sky. So I said, come over. And I played for him a scene of that beautiful film. And I said, that's what Oliver has in his face now, what Kit in The Sheltering Sky has it in her face now. And he went there, and I think I said action, and it was suddenly whoop, a transformation which wasn't mimicking Debra Winger, but it was an inspiration, I would say. So we had this triangulation of Armie Hammer, me, Bernardo, Debra Winger, Paul Bowles, and Asiman, all together making this little scene. And that's, for me, the beauty of cinema.